In July 2020, a 6-year-old boy from Wyoming named Bridger Walker had to make a split-second decision, a choice that would change his life forever. When a vicious dog attack threatened his little sister, Bridger didn't run. He didn't freeze. He stepped directly in front of her and faced a threat he couldn't possibly defeat. What happened next required 90 stitches and made international headlines. But it was what Bridger said afterward that made him a true hero. On July 9th, 2020, Bridger Walker and his 4-year-old sister Brielle were visiting a friend's house in Cheyenne, Wyoming. They were playing outside in the backyard on what seemed like an ordinary summer day. But the friend's family had a 1-year-old German Shepherd mix that was about to turn the day into something none of them would ever forget. According to Bridger's own account, the dog suddenly charged at the children. In that moment, most kids would panic, most would run. But Bridger had a different instinct. He later explained, "I stepped to the side in front of my sister so that the dog wouldn't get her. I kept moving so it couldn't get past." The dog latched onto Bridger's cheek, but even as the dog attacked him, Bridger yelled for his sister to run. After the dog released him, Bridger ran to Brielle and led her to what he thought would be a safer part of the yard. The dog's owner was able to secure the animal and immediately called for help. Bridger was rushed to the hospital where he underwent nearly 2 hours of surgery. The wounds to his face and head required more than 90 stitches to close. But here's the part that made the world take notice. While sitting in the hospital, Bridger's father asked him a simple question. "Why did you do that? Why did you step in front of your sister?" Bridger's answer, without any hesitation, "If someone had to die, I thought it should be me." He was 6 years old. Bridger's aunt, Nicole Walker, shared his story on Instagram, hoping to get a few messages from Bridger's favorite superheroes to cheer him up during recovery. She had no idea what was about to happen. The post went viral within hours. Not just thousands of shares, millions. People around the world were moved by this little boy's courage and selflessness, and then the celebrities started responding. Anne Hathaway wrote, "I'm not an Avenger, but I know a superhero when I see one. I can only hope I'm half as brave in my life as you are in yours, Bridger." Mark Ruffalo, who plays the Hulk, sent a personal message calling Bridger more of a man than many I have seen or known. But perhaps the most emotional moment came when Chris Evans, Captain America himself, recorded a video message for Bridger. Evans told him, "You're a hero. What you did was so brave, so selfless. Your sister's so lucky to have you as a big brother." And Evans didn't just send words. He sent Bridger an authentic Captain America shield. Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man, promised Bridger he could visit the set of the next Spider-Man movie, and in 2021, Holland kept that promise. Bridger got to perform stunts with Spider-Man himself on the set of Spider-Man No Way Home. The World Boxing Council was so moved by Bridger's courage that they created an entirely new weight class and named it Bridgerweight in his honor. They sent him a championship belt and made him an honorary champion. The World Boxing Association adopted the weight class in 2023. The family made it clear they didn't want financial donation. They asked people to donate instead to organizations that help veterans, but people still wanted to do something for Bridger. When the family mentioned that Bridger loved collecting rocks, something incredible happened. People from around the world started sending rocks. Not just a few, tens of thousands of rocks. So many that the family needed multiple rolling bins just to handle the packages at the post office. In 2022, the University of Wyoming Geological Museum opened an exhibit featuring Bridger's rock collection. So how is Bridger doing now? According to his father, Robert, Bridger views his scar as something to be proud of. He doesn't always like being called a hero because, in his words, he thinks he could have done more to protect her. That's the kind of kid he is. Thanks to laser treatments and the work of skilled surgeons, including doctors who treated him for free, Bridger's scars have faded significantly. He has full sensation and muscle control in his face, which doctors say is remarkable given the severity of his injuries. Today, Bridger is 11 years old and attends 6th grade in Cheyenne. Many of his classmates don't even know about what happened 5 years ago, and that's exactly how Bridger wants it. When asked what he wants people to understand about his life now, Bridger simply said, "Everything's going good and everything's okay. We're just moving on and I'm going to school." He just wants to be a normal boy, who happens to call boxing legend Bo Jackson Uncle Bo, and has Tom Holland on speed dial. And his sister Brielle, she still calls him her hero. The bond between them is incredibly strong. Bridger has said the experience made him more sympathetic to others and what they're feeling. He knows what it's like to be in pain, his father explained. When another child in their area was bitten by a dog, Bridger worked to put together a care package for them. Bridger Walker's story isn't just about a dog attack. It's about the instant, instinctive love that makes a 6-year-old decide that his life matters less than his sister's. It's about the kind of courage that most adults never have to demonstrate. His family has since published a book called You Can Be a Hero, which shares Bridger's story and message. Their hope is simple, that we can all follow Bridger's example, approach the world as a child would, protect those who need protecting, and bring greater peace to our communities. Bridger didn't choose to be a hero that day. He just chose to be a big brother. And sometimes that's the same thing.